Good afternoon, everyone. I am Siddharth Goel. I am country head for EXL South Africa. Getting recognized as the top impact sourcing employer in 2023 was a great achievement for all of us at the organization, and especially people who were dedicatedly working on this particular initiative. I think there's a slight background which everybody needs to understand. So I moved into this country in 2023, Q1. And everywhere I went, every meeting I had, everybody was very keenly talking about impact sourcing. And when I understood the model in detail, I realized that that's not something that we as an organization would like to do. And henceforth, we changed our narrative and moved towards impactful employment. And there's a big difference between both these elements. If you look at the construct, the fundamentals are the same. You are trying to help people who come from disadvantaged background or from a marginalized background. However, the way it is being managed in South Africa is very, very different, and it doesn't align to EXL's ethics. So to give you a couple of examples, generally these kind of jobs are offered as a temporary employment contract, whereas at EXL, we only believe in permanent contract. The obvious question could be, why would you like to do that? Because whenever you are offering a job which is temporary in nature, you cannot offer benefits to the employees, whereas all permanent employees at EXL gets benefit right from the day one. I think this is one big difference why we wanted to stay away from it. The commercial construct of impact sourcing is something that didn't go very well with all of us at EXL. Today, there are intermediary companies which are charging money for these employees to get, or these candidates to get a job. However, in EXL, we have a fully watertight, large scalable recruitment team, which does the same or follows the same criteria to hire people. What we do, the kind of money that is being given or that used to be given to these intermediaries is the same money that we are investing into coaching and developing these individuals so that they can do larger and bigger role as they move ahead in their career. Every recognition does have a positive influence on the brand. However, this particular recognition was a big motivation for all of us in terms of our efforts for the right reason got recognized by the industry body, which I think is epitome in anybody's career. As an organization, what has been agreed in partnership with the entire leadership team, that EXL as an organization would stay away from impact sourcing. However, we will continue to march forward towards generating impactful employment for South African youth. I think aligning the team at EXL South Africa was very, very easy because everybody understood what we are trying to achieve and how we are trying to drive it. We have been very, very fair and transparent with the entire leadership team, and they were very, very supportive of this decision. I think as an organization, we are heavily reliant on data, digital, and AI-led practices. However, human element can never be taken off from anything that we do. Today, everybody, right from our frontline to our leadership, everybody contributes in the role that has been defined for them. I think there are a variety of attributes that are needed in the organization to move forward. One is having a very, very firmed up vision. The second most important thing is that vision should be easily communicatable to every employee in the team, and also creating an action plan to ensure that everybody works on their goals and delivers on the deadlines. Today, I think as an organization, customer is center of everything that we do, right from understanding what the requirements are, creating bespoke solutions for their business problem, and also doing a regular check with them in terms of EXL's ability to meet and exceed their expectations. And if there are any course correction that needs to be done, it is done accordingly. In my honest assessment, CapeBPO as an industry body has created a unique platform where efforts are recognized and appreciated in a public forum. And it depends on different companies whether to take it as an inspiration or be jealous or envious of the competitors. I think The way I look at it, or the way my team looks at it, is primarily to look at all the winners and see what they are doing differently, which potentially could be replicated at EXL as long as it falls into guardrails of compliance and regulatory needs. I think in South Africa, what I've realized and what my experience has been, that there are less of thinkers and more of doers. What I would encourage to the entire GBS leaders in South Africa, that start to don a different hat, start to think more, and people will anyways follow. I think if I have to look at EXL journey, I would split it into three different phases. We started as a BPO provider, in which we were offering labor arbitrage or cost arbitrage to our clients. That was, I think, the first phase or the first decade of our existence in this world. The second phase or the second decade of our existence was where we realized the power of data. And that's where we went about acquiring a couple of companies like Inductus and strengthened our analytics practice. The third phase, which is ongoing right now, is where we have realized the power of 3Ds, and I've spoken about these 3Ds in multiple forums. Power of data, power of domain, and power of digital. I think EXL's ability to orchestrate all the 3Ds together to solve clients' issues or clients' opportunity statements or client problems has been our mantra of success. And for the remaining 5 years in this decade, I think that's what we'll be focusing on to take our company to the next level. I think the credit for this goes to our enterprise level functions like our capability development and our digital team. They keep us abreast with the market updates, any new solution, any new technology that gets launched. We are made aware about that, we are exposed to it, and collectively we try to not only embrace the new technology, but we also try to find a solution collectively to use the latest technology trends to solve our customer issues in the most economical manner. So I have had the privilege of working with multiple industry bodies in Philippines and in India. And if I have to compare all the industries bodies against each other, I think CapeBPO stands quite tall as compared to the other industry bodies. I think having a one celebration in the year does not justify to their contribution which they do to the entire sector. I think it is more about the multiple interactions, multiple assistance, multiple support structure that they end up creating for service providers like EXL throughout the year. I think that is more important. And I'll give you an example to make it real for all the viewers. Last year in 2023, in the first week of August, the entire GBS sector was struck with a taxi strike, which was completely unprecedented. Nobody knew about it, and it resulted into multiple millions loss for multiple service providers. I think the way CapeBPO went about passing on the information, working with the relevant government authorities to break the strike was absolutely phenomenal. And that's exactly the role which a industry body should play, and they did it with complete finesse and perfect accuracy. So with that example, if you look at the entire GBS sector in South Africa, if the numbers are true, I think we have around 120,000 jobs that exist in the GBS sector. Out of the 120,000 jobs, almost 60 to 65% lie in Western Cape. I think CapeBPO is the reason why majority of these jobs are in the Western Province area. Now, they have went about providing or improving ease of doing business in South Africa. They have given us a network through which different companies can interact with each other, learn from each other, and also they have created multiple platforms through which ideas can be exchanged. I think looking at the maturity curve of the GBS sector in South Africa, I think if I'm not wrong, it's early 20 as compared to India or Philippines, which is quite more matured, I would say. I think they have done everything possible to ensure all the new entrants are welcomed. All the mid-size entrants are provided the required support so that they can be in the big boys league. And EXL being in the big boys league, providing them the support so that they can attract more clients across the globe over to South Africa and leverage the capabilities that this country has to offer to solve our end clients' problems.